Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatarini जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा. So today we are continuing the same shloka 4.6 and discuss today a little bit more. And the shloka once Ajo api san avyayatma
अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा
bhutanim ishvaropi san
भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन्
prakritim swam adhishtaya
प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय
sambhavami atma mayaya.
सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया.
Please chant.
अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया.
Anybody else?
अजोऽपि सन् अव्ययात्मा भूतानम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वम् अधिष्ठाय सम्भवामि आत्ममायया.
अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानामीश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वाम् अधिष्ठाय सम्भवामि आत्ममायया.
Okay, so let's read once the translation. Although I am unborn, this is the first part. Ajo api. San avyayatma. My transcendental body never deteriorates. Avyayatma means without deterioration. Atma means body. Bhutanam. So, Bhutanam Ishvaro api san. Although I am the Lord of all living entities. Prakrutim swam adhishtaya. In my original transcendental form. Sambhavami Atmamayaya. I still appear in every millennium. So, although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So, we discussed little bit yesterday that Krishna is explaining Arjuna the transcendental knowledge about how he gave this transcendental knowledge to Vivaswan, king of sun planet, and because the knowledge as it is appears to be lost or not visible, now he's telling same to Arjuna. And in between, Arjuna asked one question: how I have to understand that you have given knowledge to Vivaswan because he was born only long ago. So Krishna tells that many births I have taken and you have also taken. I can remember, but you cannot. And then now Krishna tells how he appears in this world. So first he tells the nature of his body. Ajo api, I am unborn. So he's ever existing, what we say eternal. Avyaya. So he's unborn, his body never deteriorates. So it's the same. And who is he? He is the Ishwar of all living entities. Bhutanam Ishwaro api san. So he's Ishwar of all the living entities. Ishwar means a controller. So he's controller of all living entities. A single living entity may be controller of his own body, but Krishna is controller of all the living entities. And how he appears, so first Krishna gives the nature of his body. So he's eternal, transcendental, his body never deteriorates, and he's the lord of all the living entities. And now how he appears, how he comes, prakritim swam adhishtaya, so in his original transcendental form. So if prakriti means swabhava also, so his original swabhava or his original form. Why Srila Prabhupada has mentioned transcendental form? Because the above statement clearly says that this is a transcendental form, which never deteriorates and which is never born. And then how he comes into this world, he does not come like the living entities, they have to go under different bodies because of their karma. So it's not like that. Krishna comes by himself, by his internal potency. So, if you see, interesting is Sambhavami. Srila Prabhupada here translates incarnate, but in the translation he says appears. Prabhupada says appears. So actually, yesterday we saw that because incarnation is a term that is familiar, because Christians, they also know this term, because they say that Jesus Christ appeared in human form divinity, so that we can see. So incarnate means, karna means flesh or body. So incarnation means coming in this body. So he used, Srila Prabhupada has used this word, but uh, above Prakritim, he said a transcendental form. A transcendental form never incarnates, it appears. So Krishna appears in front of it. So Krishna appears means what? It becomes visible. The sun appears in the morning. That means it becomes visible to us. So our eyes and our intelligence and mind is covered, so we cannot see Krishna. So Krishna appears so that we are visible. How he comes? Atma Maya, by his internal potency. Or here Atma Maya also means by his causeless mercy. He comes in this world so that uh, people can see him. And by seeing him, people generate interest in him. So, very interestingly, I was reading Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita today, and verse. There is a verse. If, you can see this change screen 10, 14, 55. I don't know which screen you are seeing, or I have to share again. Okay, I think you are seeing this new screen. So 10:40. So this is this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 14, the Brahmas, Brahma Mohan Leela's pastime. So here, there is one question. Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukdev Goswami, why the people of Vrindavan love Krishna so much that they don't care for their own body, they don't care for their children, but they love Krishna so much. Why it is? So answer to that, this is the shloka. Krishnam enam avehi tvam atmanam akilatmanam jagadhitaya swapyatra dehi va abhati mayaya. So the translation, if you see, you should know Krishna to be original soul of all living entities. For the benefit of whole universe, he has, out of his causeless mercy, appeared as an ordinary human being. So here Maya is causeless mercy. And he has done this by the strength of his internal potency. So if you see this shloka, it's exactly same like 4.6. And this is the reason that Krishna is lovable by everyone. This is very wonderful explanation that Srila Prabhupada gives here. Uh, because Krishna has already explained to Arjuna in the second chapter that we are not this body, but we are soul. So our real identity is soul. Uh, but we falsely identify with body, and we think this is my real identity. So why we care for body? Why we want to protect our body? Uh, this is always a question, right? That if why we care so much about our body and our health, yeah, because the soul is inside it. Mm. So we somehow or other we know that we have to care for this body, though we know that if we the soul goes away we are going to die, but still we take care of this body because unknowingly we have that consciousness that my consciousness or my soul is in this body, so we take very good care of this body. And now the soul in this body, he's actually, so here Krishna says bhutana ishvaropyam, so he is ishwar of all the living entities. So living entity knows that he's part of Krishna. But somehow we fall into this trap of enjoyment, and we identify with the body and we think, oh, I am this body. And then we lost the connection with Krishna. So how to restore this connection? There should be something higher that should come and restore this connection. So Krishna says that I come in my original form by my internal potency so that people can see me, so that we can see him. And then once we see him, and then there are different leelas, and then we get interest in Krishna. So yesterday we were discussing like different types of avatars that Krishna takes. So Matsya avatar, Narsinga avatar, Ramayana, Parshuram, all these avatars he takes because the living entities in general start to talk about his pastimes, his stories, his leelas, and then they start, it gets interest. So it's a simple thing like Ramayana. We all know Ramayana. Most of us know Mahabharata, but still, even if we see Ramayana now, we continue to see it. Even on the serial also, TV serial also. So many times there are repetitions of Ramayana. The actors will change, the sets will change, but Ramayana, the story remains the same. Mm. About Krishna's pastimes also, so many serials are being made with the same story. And every time we see that, we like it. We like that. Why we like that, we should think. Why we like the same story of Ramayana, or why we like the same story of Narsingh Dev, or why we like the same story of Krishna? Because we naturally have attraction for Krishna, and we are just somehow or other not fully dedicating ourselves to that, or we are attached to this enjoyment thing. But still in that situation also we have attraction to see the pastimes of Krishna. So the pastimes of Matsya avatar, Varaha avatar, Vaman Dev. So in different forms Krishna comes so that we talk about him, we think about him, because he knows that soul ultimately is part, and soul is attracted to Krishna. But somehow this, we are trapped in this body, and then we cannot see him. So that's why we say by his causeless mercy he comes. What is causeless? Because we have not requested Krishna. Each one of us not have requested maybe Krishna, but he came and he gave these pastimes. He spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna so that we talk about him, we think about him, we try to understand him, and by doing that itself our consciousness gets purified. This is the process of bhakti. and we talk about God, we try to understand, we just discuss about different pastimes. So when we say eternal pastimes, so the same Bhagavad Gita shloka, so many Maharaj, so many devotees are talking about it in different ways, in different understandings, but principally the theme is same. But still, it's going on and it will go on. Why? Because we have attraction for this. So here Krishna tells that I come, and I appear in front of you by my internal potency. And this internal potency of Satchitananda is the potency which attracts or which gives the bliss. So when we see Krishna's different pastimes of childhood, we laugh. We not only laugh, we enjoy it. So that is a different type of happiness. When we see those pastimes, or we see the cartoon of Krishna also, we feel happy. Old people also laugh, young people also laugh, children also laugh. Why? We get some different experience. So we have to consciously look at it. Yeah, I'm feeling something good, something better than what I feel about happy, just being happy. So Krishna here tells Arjuna that I come in this material world. I appear in front of you. So why he appears? This is one of the purpose of his appearance in front of all of us, or his avatar in front of all of us. Why he comes? That per details he will give in the next slokas, which are the very famous slokas of Bhagavad Gita. Everybody knows those slokas. So that will come tomorrow. But here, principally, we have to understand that Krishna's body is transcendental, Satchid Ananda Vigraha. It's never born, it never deteriorates, and he comes in this world through his internal potency, not like what we are changing the bodies through our karma and all this. No, he comes by his own will. When he wants, he can come. So these are the main points. And then with this tattva, or with this understanding, tomorrow we will see the next slokas, why Krishna comes in this form, why he comes. So no, I will not say that. So why he comes, uh, and how he helps us by just coming into this world. So this is what we call causeless mercy, the mercy without any reason. The God is just very kind. Krishna is just very kind that he comes in front of us and gives his mercy. So we'll see the reasons of his appearance in this world, that we will see tomorrow. From tomorrow, Krishna will tell Arjuna why he comes. So those are very famous shlokas. So that we'll see in our sessions from tomorrow. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and I hope this helps everyone to understand how lucky we are that Krishna somehow or other we got in connection of this Bhagavad Gita. And thanks to you all that we are doing this reading every day, which helps a lot in my spiritual life and everybody's spiritual life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So any other comments or any other realizations or points? Okay, so thank you very much for joining and giving this opportunity to speak on the same words again. Take care. Hare Krishna. So we'll see you tomorrow with the next sloka, which are the very famous slokas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.